So I'm from China, and for my third year of the university, I chose to come here as a visiting student. So first, when I was accepted by MIT, I was very excited, but after I came here, that I realized there are lots of challenges I need to face, including the life and the study. And it was at the same time that I decided to explore more about the astrophysics and cosmology. So I chose 8286 as my first step to do the exploration. And part of the reason that I chose 8286 is that the professor for it is very famous, the Professor Goose. And he wrote the textbooks and do lots of the breakthrough in this field, such as 8286. However, this is the class that needs you to do some accumulation about the knowledge, about the background of the things that you are going to learn. However, I didn't have that preparation. So listen to the professor and keep up with the professor. Each sentence is hard for me at first, because before I come here, I took the English proficiency text, which include the listening part. And for me, at the beginning, I think each sentence in the lecture was exactly the same as I was taking that test. So my focus was purely on try to understand each sentence instead of to get the knowledge, because first I have to understand what he was talking about, and sometimes I would even drop the line, but I will try my best to pick up it and keep up with the everything in the class. At that time, I also chose some other classes, including 805, the Quantum 2, and also the 8233, the Relativity, which is also time-consuming, so I didn't spend enough time in this class until the second quiz. So we have 5 problems, all about the reading materials, but I only did 1 correctly out of the 5, so my grade was bad. So after the second quiz, I realized that I should do something to control the situation instead of let the situation to control me. So I think it would be good if I can write an email to the professor and ask what I should do to save myself. So however, the professor, they're very busy and they're world famous. So mainly asking what to do to how to read a book, this seems very, silly questions to the professor. So I was hesitated, but I think there's no other method I could take to save myself. So at the end of the day, I thought maybe it's correct to sit down and write an email. So I went back to my dorm, I closed the door, turned on my computer, and started the first draft of the email. I first described my situation and asked what should be a better way if I can read the book and get some background knowledge of the cosmology. And then I checked my grammar, my tones, and also the structure of the email. Yeah, until I realized that maybe everything would be okay if I can send it. So at the midnight, I clicked the button and sent the email. To my surprise, that it was right before the next class that I got a reply from a professor. And you can already speak 2 languages, which is very impressive. This is his first sentence That was very encouraging, and also gave me some spirit, or it inspired me to keep going and try to change my situation. So after that, it also gave me some suggestions, like you can read the Chinese version first, and then to grab some general knowledge about it, and then you can read the English version. So I did what he told me, and it was there were 2 weeks before the last quiz. So I take that 2 weeks to first go over the Chinese version, but just got the general idea, because the words are to some extent changed between 2 versions. So after that, I will read the English version in detail to try to memorize the vocabulary, the words, and which will closely connect to the quiz questions. So I still remember that before the final, I didn't sleep for a whole night, and I didn't bother to go back to my dorm. I just stayed in the campus and try to memorize to go over the notes which I take during reading the materials, and try to memorize everything. So I got, satisfied grades for the final quiz, and also from this experience that I know that MIT professors are always there. As long as you are trying to reach out, they are always there they are willing to help you. What the professor said in the email still have positive effect on me even now, because every time when I face some challenges in my study, I think, I can already speak 2 languages. Is there something more difficult than this?